High Life Vibes family, High Life Vibes, welcome back to the Highest Good Tarot. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm coming on to do a reading for the collective to see what do you need to know for your highest good. Now before we get into the reading, I did channel a message and what I heard was get ready, make room to receive. And I also heard the number 444. So I pulled from the Angel Number Oracle the 444, and it says protection, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, love. It say get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going toward your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. So we're going to dive into it to see what is the message that Spirit wants to bring forward today. So first out we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords with the Queen of Wands. Those two were together. What else, Spirit? So we have the King of Wands in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. Now what I'm seeing here, that you are being presented with an opportunity. You took some type of action to overcome challenges, and it's like you had some friendly competition or some type of opposition that was coming up against you, but you unarmed them. And then with this Knight of Wands being in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress, it's like you stopped whatever that opposition was from standing in the way of this opportunity. I feel like you guys are really focused on yourself, putting you first, and things are starting to, go in your favor. It feels like a change that is taking place and you played a part in it. Let's dive deeper. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles here. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Lovers in reverse, which says frustration, separation, failure to meet the test, avoidance of choice, or overcommitment. By Judgment. Also clarified by Judgment, which says answering the call to action creates new opportunity. Awakening, purpose, reckoning, self-assessment, atonement, and rejuvenation. So I feel like you guys got tired of the opposition. Rather, this was people coming against you, in the workplace, or people around you, rather it's your family, or if it was just yourself, not wanting to embrace the change that was happening. You could have been limited and your thoughts are self-sabotaging. But whatever it is, you took action. I think you took time to reassess the situation, and you didn't no longer want to miss an opportunity. You didn't no longer want to stand in the way of the things that's changing, because you realize that it's going to be for your highest good. So now you're in a place where you're welcoming that change. In fact, you're causing it to happen, and you're blocking out any competition or any opposition that is trying to stand in the way of that. Yes, you have the Five of Swords here. It says move from problems and be mindful what you take. Transition, exit, moving beyond, problem solving, a journey, deeper thinking and research. This is what I was saying. You're moving beyond those limitations or the opposition. You saw there was a problem, and now you're becoming the problem solver in your own situation. Let's take another one. Seven of Cups. It says step back from everything to gain perspective. Daydreams, illusion, choices, fantasies, loss of control, escapism, promises unfilled. I feel like you guys took that time to, like I said before, to assess the situation, and you decided you're no longer going to just leave it up to grabs. You're gaining your control back. So let's take one for this Five of Swords. That's Five of Swords here, which I feel like these were clarifying the Five of Swords, but I didn't actually ask. So Five of Swords is clarified by the Death and the Empress, both in reverse. The Death says stagnation, sameness, immovable, forced change. And the Empress says laziness, dependency, inaction, lack of consideration, lack of inspiration. And that's, I feel like this is where you all was at one point. And that's the reason of the Five of Swords. You were letting these things be an obstacle. You were letting things be a challenge. But now, this person gathered all those together. You see, they slayed the opposition back here. So you're no longer in that place of being lazy and just let whatever happen. You're playing a role in orchestrating this change. Okay, let's clarify the King of Wands here. The King of Wands is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. It says, holding on too tight can stop you from moving forward. Control, stability, security, rank, covetous, suspicion, material gain, conservation, and protection. So you guys are gaining stability. You decided to take action. Okay? Take back control of the situation. Let's take another one. Clarified by the Four of Swords in reverse, which talks about continuing despite dire stress, laziness, exhaustion, restlessness, stuck, unwillingness to rest. So that's clarifying the King of Wands. Yes, it's like I said again. It's like I said again, you guys. At one point, you were just letting life happen. You were letting the opposition gain control, and you wouldn't stand up for yourself. You're missing all type of opportunities. But now you're determined. No matter what. You're not just sitting by the wayside and letting things happen. You're taking control of the situation, and you're playing a part. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. What did I tell you? You are assessing the situation and seeing what you can do. How can you gain control of the situation of your life? How can you not miss any more opportunities? The Seven of Pentacles says, look back on what you have achieved and set new goals. Planning, progress, perseverance, reflection, remembering. Let's take another one. Four of Cups. Don't let your focus close you to new ideas. Contemplation, apathy, seclusion, lack of risk, boredom, demotivation. You're no longer sitting by the way being bored. You have help from spirit. And you're looking at things in a new perspective. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Six of Wands. So you got some things coming in for you. Things to celebrate. It says you have earned every one of your successes. This talks about progress, confidence, conquest, public recognition, and triumph. You stepped up and you took action. You blocked out all opposition. So they couldn't stop this Wheel of Fortune. They couldn't stop this gifts that's coming in for you. You no longer would allow it. Let's take another one. Way too many. But look at all these arcanas. There was the Tower, the Star, the Magician, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, y'all was solving these problems of your own. That's what I'm getting here. I just keep getting that in the same energy throughout this reading so far. That you are standing up for yourself. You're no longer missing this opportunity. There was some opposition, but you're counseling all of that. Let's take another for this Wheel of Fortune. Nobody can stop you at this time. So we still got three, so I'm going to have to take them. Got the Chariot, which says you have success in the face of difficulty. What did I just say? Direction, focus, determination, concentration, triumph, perseverance. You have Justice. Use your intuition to set your moral compass. This talks about truth, clarity, balance, fairness, accountability. You have the Ace of Cups. Open your heart and receive the emotions around you. Unconditional love, new feelings, beauty, opulence, pleasure, and self-love. And all that is clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. And that emotions around you, look, you're being recognized. People see you succeeding. And I feel like you're also being looked at by some people who were standing in opposition of you, because now they're looking at you like, I no longer have that hold on them. They see you breaking down barriers, breaking down walls that they helped to create. Let's clarify the Empress, because you're taking care of yourself here. Like I said, you're choosing you, loving on you, nurturing yourself, nurturing your dreams, giving birth to what comes next. The Empress is clarified by the Six of Pentacles. Sharing your success builds more successes. Giving, receiving, fairness, sharing, influence, and nobility. You're taking care of yourself and others. You're going beyond. You're in a place where you done healed and nurtured yourself, and you can help others as well. Let's take another one. I see the Emperor. Okay. Look at this. The Ace of Swords. It says, speak your mind to solve your problems. Logic, power, heart of the matter, a breakthrough, clarity, ideas. And that's exactly what has happened. It's like you guys had an epiphany, or it's just like he was like, no more. You know, I'm fed up. I done had enough, and I'm taking control here. And it's pushing you forward. It's got that wheel turning in your direction in a good way. And this 4-4, I'm looking at it again. The 4-4-4 says protection. You are divinely protected. It says get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. All right. So let's clarify this 5 of Wands that was at the bottom of the deck. This was that competition. Now this doesn't always have to be, you know, a whole lot of conflict. This could be friendly competition. You know, you just trying to get ahead of the next person. But then again, there's also, I was feeling in the beginning, and with this 5 of Swords, there is, some of you may have someone who have intended to slow you down or put some obstacles in your way, but you're breaking through that as well. So let's clarify this 5 of Wands. It's clarified by the 2 of Wands. It says believe in your personal power, justice, boldness, dominion, decision, planning, and first steps. Let's take another. Because somebody see how powerful you are. The 5 of Cups. Feel your grief, but know that things will get better. Grief, loss, self-pity, despair, mourning, fear, risk. Look here. Somebody knew. They saw your power. And you're no longer crying over the spilled milk. You used to be the one pitying yourself when you wouldn't take action. When you wouldn't reach out and take these opportunities that were being given to you. I feel like some of you guys wanted it one way, and you just saw yourself having it or coming to you in one way, not knowing that the universe have many ways to bring you your goals, your desires, to grant you your wishes. But you all know that things was going to have to get better, and once you stood in your power. And it is. Let's dive a little deeper here. I want to know, what was this opposition about with this 5 of Swords? Let me get this ready. Some of you have some opposition. Queen of Swords. Some of you, that opposition was your thinking. The Queen of Swords, though, is you gaining clarity. What else? Knight of Pentacles. And moving in a direction for the long run. No longer letting things stop you. You started thinking about your future and what you wanted. What is the opportunity, Spirit, that's coming in for the collective? I saw one turn over. Find it. That opportunity, the world. No, that's the wheel. So that's the Wheel of Fortune again. That opportunity is things coming in your favor. That wheel is turning. Your wishes is about to be fulfilled. This is a good change that's happening. That's why Spirit wants you all to get ready and make room to receive. Because everything you wanted is coming in. It's moving in your direction. There's justice here in reverse, but you already have justice. Let's see, I think justice came out here before, Oh, that was judgment. So we have justice here. I could have swore it was out here again. Yes, it was. It's out here the second time. But this time it's in reverse. You knew that things was unfair. And some of you know you was being unfair to yourself as well. You're taking action. What else? Okay. Nothing else coming through here. All right, let's just get you some final messages here. You have taken charge and got things moving in the right direction. What can they expect, Spirit? You said get ready. What can they expect? Moving forward. Final messages. Trapped in fear. I feel like the person that's trapped in fear is whoever their opposition was, because they see that they can no longer have control on you, over you. Yeah, because you stood your ground. I said that in the beginning. You standing your ground, and you're not just letting things happen while you just watch it happen. You're now beginning to will some things in your own life. Yeah, finding balance. And I feel like you can expect for things to be balanced out. What else, Spirit? Final messages. Final messages. Firm foundation. So now you're having a firm foundation in which to build stability. It's like you are ready. You already did the groundwork. And now that you're on solid ground, you won't be blown away or sideswiped by anything else that happens. You're ready. You're bracing yourself for this change. You are, you're ready to receive. Is this coming? What else, Spirit? Final messages. Look, partnership and alliance. So some of you may have this opportunities coming in for you. This may be a partnership. It feels really good, like you guys have you're being rewarded for just stepping up and making this progress, deciding to aid, give a hand toward your own goals and making sure your dreams come true. It's like you're no longer just in that self-pity and just casually letting things happen. You taking charge, and I'm glad to see it. Last and final messages. Way too many. Last and final messages. I'm going to take 3. Spirit, let's take 3. No more. Oh, that's 3 right there. You got becoming nobody. And I feel like this is you. When I said, when the Empress was here, the Empress out here, you taking care of yourself, I feel like this is the energy of this becoming nobody. It's like you're not focused on anybody else. You're not being distracted by external forces, the people around you, your family. You working on you. So to them, you're nobody. Okay? And that's the way you want it right now. because there's nothing going to stand in your way. Again, with the 10-90 ratio, you're giving 10% to external things and 90%, the focus is on you. The focus is on you now. Hidden in plain sight. And I feel like with this hidden in plain sight, it's like, again, I feel like that 6 of Wands, that the eyes is on you. It's like people still seeing it. You've been a star all along, but they couldn't see that. But now it's like you're shining. It's like you've been there all along. This person been this powerful all along. Hidden in plain sight. And I feel like your opposition didn't see you coming. But you came. And you slayed them. And because of it, you're able to receive all that you want. Get ready for the good things that you've been hoping for. You are divinely protected. And just get ready. Make room to receive. I'm going to wrap it up and leave it right there. I hope that I've helped you guys in some way. Thank you all for stopping by. And until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and high vibes.